Good morning, it's Monday, April 14th. This is Wake Up with KERA News, and I'm Andrew Garcia. One day away from tax day, we've got clear skies and some breezes in the forecast for today, as warming temperatures will see highs in the upper 80s. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has made banning the sale of hemp products containing THC a top priority for this year. In a bit, we'll hear how that could drive a multi-billion-dollar industry underground. First, we'll get into today's news. Texas Health Resources are suing major drug and pharmacy companies over the cost of insulin, along with many other groups. The suit claims companies colluded with groups like Optum Rx to inflate insulin costs. They say insulin prices have risen by 1,000% over the past 20 years. The pharmaceutical companies say the lawsuit is baseless. The Frisco teenager accused of fatally stabbing another student at a track meet has a bail hearing scheduled this morning. The teen, Carmelo Anthony, is currently being held in Collin County Jail on a $1 million bond. Anthony retained new lawyers over the weekend. Anthony told police he stabbed Austin Metcalf in self-defense, according to a police report. Witnesses said they saw Anthony pull a knife after Metcalf either grabbed or pushed him. Since Texas rolled back restrictions on sales of consumable hemp-based products 6 years ago, it's exploded into a multi-billion-dollar industry. Now Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has made shutting that industry down one of his top legislative goals, saying it's targeting children and fueling a public health crisis. Houston Public Media's Andrew Schneider looks at the arguments on both sides of the debate.
Lieutenant Governor Patrick and his allies say the state's 2019 hemp legalization bill created a loophole that led to tremendous sales of products containing a highly potent, chemically synthesized version of a compound called tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC. It's these consumable THC products, in the form of gummies, chips, vapes, and drinks, that they're looking to ban through Senate Bill 3. Here's State Senator Charles Perry, the bill's author.
This is changing people's life in short order because it's been marketed as something that is safe and legal, and it's anything but.
By Patrick's estimate, the legal hemp industry in Texas has grown to about $8 billion, generating more than $12 million in tax revenue for the state each year.
Profit over people is never an excuse to ignore the people.
Perry says that's beside the point.
I tell you, the taxes we collect does not cover the behavioral health issues that's created in addiction that the state budgets of today have to cover.
Multiple studies suggest THC use can increase the risk of schizophrenia and acute psychosis. At a hearing this week, Alexandra Hess of Houston spoke in opposition to House Bill 28, a measure similar to SB 3, but with an exception for beverages.
After consuming intoxicating levels of THC products, my brother suffered repeated psychotic breaks and spiraled into a mental health crisis that no one was equipped to handle. I wish Joshua was here to tell you his story firsthand. Unfortunately, he did not survive his last psychotic break.
While Haley Hunt of Dripping Springs says she's sympathetic to that, the solution is to regulate THC, not ban it outright. Hunt, a nurse, operates a dispensary called House of Jane. She told lawmakers most of her clients aren't recreational users. Rather, they use her products to cope with pain, anxiety, and sleep disorders.
My clients are scared. They want to stock up, and I can promise you that they will find it online, but those funds will go out of Texas while my business closes.
Many of those who rely on these products are veterans.
After being injured in service, I found overwhelming pain and was prescribed heavy opioids.
Terrence Jones of Victoria lost multiple limbs to an anti-personnel mine in Afghanistan.
Like too many veterans, I became dependent. In 2015, I made the decision to quit pharmaceutical drugs and begin using hemp and THC products to manage my pain and PTSD. The decision changed and saved my life.
Hunt, Jones, and others testifying against the measure said banning THC products wouldn't eliminate the market. It would only drive it underground, and without state-mandated testing, make the products even less safe. Catherine Neal Harris is a drug policy fellow at Rice University's Bekah Institute. She says unless the state devotes a lot more resources to enforcing a new ban,
we're going to continue to have the same problem of people getting access to products that aren't only highly potent, but have other kinds of additives that have, for example, residual solvents or heavy metals or pesticides in them that are not safe for human consumption.
Advocates of the THC ban say they're particularly necessary because many of the products are packaged and marketed to target children. But Harris says that raises another problem. Both SB 3 and HB 28 wouldn't just make the sale of such THC products a crime, they would also criminalize possession. If either passes, she says, many more Texans under 21 would get caught up in the legal system.
That was Houston Public Media's Andrew Schneider reporting. The Mavs lost last night's final regular season game against the Grizzlies with a score of 132-97. They now face the Kings in Sacramento on Wednesday for a chance to extend their season one more game. Let's cross our fingers. Enjoy the Shanghai Quartet at the Caruth Auditorium at SMU this evening, featuring Beethoven and more. For more information and some other fun things to do, check out KERA.org/calendar. Thanks so much for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. This show is produced and edited by Shardae White and Bekah Morr. For more news in your inbox, visit KERA.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter and get good morning vibes from our colleague, Catherine Hobbs. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at KERATX. Happy Monday to you. We'll see you tomorrow.